I talked a lot to people who exited their companies like a year, two ago. And when I mentioned to them that statistically it takes a decade to get over a life-changing exit, they get shocked. Yet every time I talk to someone who exited 10 years ago or more, they totally understand what I'm talking about. And my first big exit was 13 years ago. And it was about 10, 11 years when I really started feeling, okay, now I'm out of that cycle. Now I've learned my lessons. Now I know what I'm going to do next. But it's not what people expect at all. They think, a few weeks, a few months, and I'm ready. But usually it's not the case.
Yeah, and I guess it certainly depends on the level of trauma that folks experience, right? So I would say I had a quote-unquote more traumatic experience with my exit just because I rolled so much equity and it didn't go as planned versus selling it for gobs of money and now just being completely out or whatever the other circumstances are. So I'd be curious if yours had an amount of trauma related to it. I also have deep-rooted insecurities, right? I guess we all do, but mine are actually...
Don't we all? Exactly.
Some of the deepest. My dad died when I was 11, so that creates a lot of abandonment issues and trust issues and superiority and seniority issues that I have. I grew up the fat kid, so the ridicule and bullying that came with that. Like, there's just lots of my own basket of insecurities, but I could see how that 10-year point, like I finally, and maybe that's a good point. So about a year ago is when I left the board of Protein Bar, where I was just like, what am I doing here? So perhaps that is a good data point in favor of, or to support or corroborate your point about 10 years.